Seconds out, delighted to be joined by Daniel Egbunike, aka Danny Darko, Southern
Yo,
Area Super Lightweight Champion, of course.
not
Lockdown.
anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore.
No, why not?
No, I relinquished it, didn't I?
Oh, did you? No, I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't tell no one, so there's no reason you would know. But yeah, I relinquished it, innit?
Why?
Um, Fight for another one, innit? It's only forgot it now. I don't know what I'm meant to do.
Did you just, yeah, but why not just keep it until whenever?
To win.
Until you fight for another title, till you've got a title fight secured or whatever.
Nah, man, there's other people that want to fight for it, though, innit?
It's very magnanimous of you, or selfless.
It's just a southern area, I guess, though, innit? We've got it, man. Like, I got it the fastest, so I don't care about anything. I'm always gonna go down the history now for that.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
else that gets it's not really, so you know.
Fair enough. What did you make of the fight? I mean, it's taking you back a little while now, but against Billy Allington, action-packed fight, but you were clearly a step ahead.
Or was I like coming into the fight? I wasn't coming into the fight. I had a broken hand. Okay, yeah, obviously I was a step ahead in my mind. Then I had a plan. We stuck to the plan. We executed it, and it went down properly. But oh sorry. But uh, yeah, obviously I had a broken hand coming in. Like my first spar of that camp. So I didn't spar for that camp, and I broke my hand straight away. And then we fought. But I've watched. You know what? I've watched the fight like a few times. But I watched it back the other day, and I've never usually watched myself back and I'm like, yeah, I'm happy with that performance. But that one there, I actually watched it back and I was like, you know what, I like my performance. Other than like the Martin McDonough fight, I didn't like that. I don't even watch it back because I'm embarrassed to watch that fight back, innit? But like that one, yeah, I did that one.
Why are you embarrassed to watch the McDonough fight back? I thought your performance was good.
Nah, it's not good. I was embarrassing. Like that one there makes me cringe when I watch that fight
What,
because
what
it's
about your
like
performance didn't you like?
everything. What did I do right? I didn't do anything right. I won because of my physicality. Cool. But yeah, I didn't do anything right. What I was meant to do. I wasn't cutting them off, you know, how I should have been. There was a lot of things that I shouldn't have, that I didn't do in that fight. If you watch that fight, yeah, and then you watch the Billy fight, it's like two different fighters, isn't it? Which is why I'm not too stressed at it because I know every time I have a camp here, I upgrade, innit? Every time in it. So I don't usually get too stressed out about it. But that Billy fight, I watched that and I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I actually boxed well in there, especially not having my backhand as well properly anyway.
Talking of cutting off, you're cutting me off a little bit with your hand, I think. So
Oh, shoot.
just to let you know,
Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll just perch it up instead.
that's a good idea. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, so happy with the Billy Allington performance, not so much with the Martin McDonough performance.
No, I don't know he's like the Martin McDonough one, man.
Even though for most people that's kind of your breakout victory.
Because people thought I was going to lose, yeah. Like, yeah. And achievement-wise, obviously the belt's an achievement, but fighting Martin and beating Martin, yeah, obviously that is like I felt better in that fight than I did beating Billy. Like, if you want to be honest, yeah, I knew I was beating Billy, innit? I knew I was beating Martin, but I knew I was beating Billy because I'd sparred with him, innit? Yeah, no disrespect to him, yeah, but I just feel like, look, man, I knew we sparred and we knew how it went. I knew how this was gonna go, regardless, innit? And but that Martin one, it was like I never knew what was gonna happen in this fight, innit? Everyone was telling me he's a good amateur, he's gonna do this. And I'm just like, oh, here we go. And yeah, he was a good amateur, and he's right. I had to go from plan A to plan B. You know what I'm saying? All the way wherever I went to. Like, luckily, I had planned for that to go through them because if I didn't, then I might have lost that fight if I didn't switch up my game plan. But yeah, me and Martin, we're real close right now. So,
Let me take you back a little bit. This is a story that I know pretty well, having spoken to you before and having read stuff from other people that have spoken to you as well. But tell us what first made you take boxing seriously instead of just playing about a bit. What made you go and embark on a proper amateur career?
I don't know. Like, obviously, look, the main thing it was here was that I got to a point here in my life where I had to find something that I was good at in it and something different to what I was doing before. You understand? Something that's not going to land me in trouble. And yeah, like it just boxing was that. It was the only thing that I was like, yeah, look, this is something I know. I'm maths in it. I can do boxing and maths in it. But yeah, boxing was like, yeah, I can do this in it. Like I like it. So I was just like, look, man, and it's just always been there. I don't know what's. Do you know what? Like if I was to just go back here and look at the times where I was meant to go to the gym, and then what happened to me and why I didn't go to that gym, it's so crazy. Like I remember there was a time, yeah, I remember I used to go to Fitzroy Lodge.
Yeah.
And I haven't told no one this shit. You know what? No one actually knows this. Like I've never actually told this story. There was a time I used to go to Fitzroy Lodge. This is like all through my life. I've always been in and out of boxing gyms, innit? But I only ever had my first fight at like 23, innit?
Yeah.
But all my life, I've always been here and there. Like never took it serious, but I've always just been in there. I'll be there for like a month or a week, hit the bag, and I was always doing that. And then I was doing that for a bit at I got a bit of trouble in my area, and then I wasn't allowed in my area. So I was living up near Fitzroy Lodge area, so I had to keep going to that gym down there. And then anyway, yeah, I remember I was going down there, and then bam, I got let back into my area, innit? And now I carried on still going to Fitzroy Lodge, but then I remember just before it started getting serious, like I remember I was about to start. They were talking to me about bouts and that, and then now I got let back into my area. The train station where I got to get to, yeah, is like right next to the estate where everything used to go down, innit? So anytime I used to go training, I used to cut through the estate and then stop off and then go training. But as time started going on, I started cutting through the estate and I stopped getting on a train, you know? And I started chilling more, and then I stopped even using my gym bag. And then I just started coming to the estate, and then, it started taking off again. And then that bit messed up because I think like if I didn't do that bit there and I carried on boxing, I might have been in a different position today. But you never know, innit?
You're not
But
exactly
anyway,
doing too bad now, are you? But
nah,
I
of
get what
course
you're
not, of
saying.
course
You could
not.
have
Do
started
you
a little
know?
bit earlier.
Do you know what? Yeah, and you know what? I'm slightly kind of hypocritical of me to say that because when people always tell me that, what would you done if you start earlier? I'm always like, I wouldn't have done shit because like I ain't got that same hunger right now. I wasn't focused back then. You know how I am or how I put my focus towards this boxing so far. Yo, check out my dog by the way. He just comes and sits with me when I'm doing my thing, innit?
What's your dog's name?
Chic.
Cheek.
Yeah, but yeah, so I guess obviously yeah, you obviously as you know that due to going to prison that I didn't want to go back no more. It's just there's a lot of things, man, that play into it. Friends dying, not being able to do this, not being able to do that, looking over your shoulder and that. It's all long. That's why I was like, you know what, let me just do this boxing thing. Yeah, I got my own time and I knew I couldn't work for no one. I knew I wasn't gonna come out of prison. I wasn't gonna have to go to work in those Sainsbury's or Tesco's. I knew it wasn't gonna happen, innit? So I had to sort out something legit that I can do, yeah, by myself, innit? And I knew it was boxing. Even my dad's always said to me like, one day you'll be a boxer, innit? And yeah, man.
Your
Just
brother's
have
a boxer too, of course.
yeah, I'll be a Beniki.
Birthday today, isn't it?
Yeah. How do you know?
I looked on BoxRec earlier.
Yeah. It's his birthday, man. They're twins, innit? He's boxes, and then my other brother's he's a runner, innit?
Okay.
Athlete, bad. Yeah, real quick store. And then my other little brother, he's another boxer as well, innit?
Will you be able to see them because of like the restrictions?
Nah, no. I just spoke to them on the phone, innit?
And
Ain't gonna
talking
get.
of the restrictions, it might be a bit of a like lazy analogy, but because you've been in prison for 2 years, the most recent time and stuff, does that kind of give you a bit of perspective on these restrictions you've got at the moment? Because it can't be anything compared to restrictions you've had to live with in the past.
This is not restriction, though. So when people are like, "Oh, I can't take it," it's just like, "Fuck you know," like I was like, "Bro, I got 3 friends in there right now doing like 25 years. They are not coming out until 25 years is done." I'm just like, this is not no restriction. You can go shop. I like your restriction is like you are not allowed. You can't open your door, innit? Forget not being allowed. You can't open your door. That's a restriction. Being locked in somewhere. This is not no restriction, man. This is just something like people. This is to better you, innit? Right now, like people are stupid. Like they're complaining about this is to better you, man. Like there's a virus out there. It's not like you've done something and then you're unlawfully being locked up. Plus, I'm a big PlayStation fan, innit? So I bang on my PlayStation heavy, innit?
Playing online.
Yeah. I bang out online a lot, man.
But tell
Play
people what you play and they can find you.
Call of Duty, but don't add me if you're not good, innit?
As a challenge for everyone watching. Don't bother unless you're up to scratch.
Yeah.
had quite a short amateur career, but with plenty of success. Unbeaten as an amateur, is that right?
Yeah,
You won 2 national titles.
yeah,
Do you remember some of the people that you fought as an amateur or
yeah,
that you beat?
yeah, yeah. I
Tell me some of
do. Do you know one time? Yeah, I went to This is when I fought for my. I entered the novices, innit? And then imagine I think I've entered that with like 2 or 3 fights. Yeah, I'm fighting some kid from Earlsfield boxing gym, innit? And I remember I've gone there and he's just won the previous novices, innit? And I remember he's all trying to like showboat and all of that whatnot. You get me? And then times there, he got. I think I forgot how many fights he's had. But anyway, I stopped him in like the first like 10 seconds, innit? And that's when I was like, oh shit, I'm actually kind of good at this, innit? And then who was the next after that? And then yeah, I fought a next. Oh yeah, do you know what? Now I start to remember the whole competition. I mean, I remember the whole competition now because I fought some guy called in the actual elites, yeah. I forgot about the novices, innit? I remember that the novices wasn't hard, innit? It wasn't hard for me at all, innit? I whipped through that. But when I got to the elite ones, yeah, I fought some guy that was like 6'4" or something, innit? Black Larash or something, yeah. I forgot what it was. And I remember I was like, oh, this is gonna be a headache. And I remember I was getting loads of sparring with proper tall people for the amateurs, innit? And then we done that fight. I beat him, and then I fought someone from Small Holdings. And we had a little bit of tension going on. There was a bit of tension. He had said a little something. I wasn't happy about it, and I had approached him in the boxing thing about it to see what was really good in it. And then we fought, and I beat him. Yeah, I was beating everyone in that, man.
Was that the national final? That guy.
Yeah. Black boy, what's his name? But that wasn't my biggest rival. My biggest rival was Bo Jeffries.
Okay.
Have you heard of him?
No. Tell me about it.
Not even like we were big rivals, but there was just a lot of like tension between us, innit? Because
Why?
I don't even know, but people that I knew him, people that he knew me. I always knew I was better, like way better, innit? I don't even know what this tension was about. I was just thinking, let me squash this tension, innit? So when I remember we had to. So this is the novices now, and we've gone up to not Nuki. I forgot where it was. We've gone far though, innit? This is where the fights are, and like everyone's names getting drawn out of a hat, and this is the first round. So everyone's like, obviously my coaches and his coaches, we're like, hopefully we get to fight in the finals.
Right.
But really and truly, in my head, I want to fight him now, innit? Like, to get this tension squashed. And we did. We fought, like, our names both got drawn out of the hat. This Bo Jeffries, and we had a big fight in the first round. And I had no fans there. The only fan that I had there was my missus. She drove all the way. I'm not even joking. It was like a 3-hour journey. My missus drove all the way down by herself. She was the only one in the crowd, yeah, shouting my name, innit? And this guy had loads of people with him. My missus was the only person. And we won, and me and my missus just walked out arm in arm. We were just looking at them. It was just me and my missus. And there was loads of them there. I was like, it's good though, man.
Are you still with your missus, and have you got kids and stuff?
Yeah, I'm with my missus still. I've been with my missus 5 years now.
Any kids?
Yeah, I got a kid, but not with her. I got a 11-year-old daughter. Someone else though, different woman.
And
But
you spend time with your daughter, do stuff together?
yeah. 1,000,000%, man. Every weekend, I'm an active dad still.
Are you able to do that while all this is going on?
No, not right now. No, not right now. It's a bit of an issue right now, man.
Must miss her then.
Yeah, we try every day though, man.
Oh, that's good. That's something.
Yeah, man.
So, why did you decide to turn pro when you did? Because you had a short career. You were doing really well in the amateurs. You could have gone to GB. Olympics eventually could have been a possibility. No
Couldn't have though, man. Couldn't have, like. It was like, you know what? A lot of people were like, go, just chill. I just felt like Olympics was so far away, yeah. And if you want me to be honest with you, yeah, the main reason I got myself into all these bits of trouble, yeah, is because I'm a very impatient person, innit? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put myself into a situation where I know I'm gonna be impatient. I'm gonna end up having to do some dumb stuff, yeah, you know, to get back to where I need to be. Like, I know what positions I'm weak in it, so I don't think I'm not gonna be putting myself in them type of positions. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, well, it sounds sensible. You know what your kind of flaws are and how to avoid them.
Man. And I know if I was gonna try to wait for the Olympics, yeah, that means, yeah, I ain't gonna be getting paid at that specific moment of time or anything like that. I can't live. I'm gonna have to find a job which I'm not gonna want to do. It's all gonna, you know. So I was like, boxing, we're going pro, and I'm forgetting everything. I locked off everything. I cut off all my friends that were back. Well, a lot of the bad friends I had, yeah, I cut a lot of them off. I stopped chatting to a lot of people. Like when I mean, I just flipped it around, and like the flip was just, it was like very, very drastic, innit? It was like from one extreme, proper extreme to a whole nother. Like I came out of jail and my page had just flipped, and I hadn't told people like, this is what I was gonna do when I come outside. Maybe people were still chatting to me and thinking, because I was in prison, maybe I still had a bit of a prison mentality. So when people were talking to me, they're still thinking maybe I'm gonna come out on the same kind of thing, but it wasn't that. The second I came out, I knew what I was doing, innit? You know what I'm saying? I came out, I went to the gym, and that was it for me, man.
And don't you have a concern when your boxing career comes to an end? And obviously, you're still early in your career anyway, but when it does come to an end, because you're impatient, you want to earn money as well.
I got
What's the
plan
plan
B's,
for
innit?
you?
So yeah, like like these are the type of things now. Now I've been in them situations, yeah, and I know what will happen if I go back there. I can't go back there, so I make sure I'm planning for these things, innit? So every time I get a bit of time out from boxing, I make sure I just work on something that's maybe gonna be my plan B in it. So for instance, I'm a qualified bricklayer in it. Like so if I wanted to, I go back to that in it. I'm also a qualified computer technician, which I got in jail in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm also I also got my A levels in general engineering, yeah, which I've done in college, innit? And now I'm starting on my own business during this. Well, I've already started it in it, where I'm teaching young kids that are coming out of jail how to box and keeping them out of this type of thing. So all my plan Bs are all set. You know what I'm saying?
Where do you do that? Working with the guys who've just recently been released?
I do that in my area, innit? So it's like people that are about to go to jail, people that come out of jail, kids that are in school and are about to get into that situation where, because I felt like I could have been stopped in my thing, I was always getting suspended and whatnot. And if I had someone like me, yeah, not just someone that's read how I lived through a book, but someone like knows the
Actually
experiences
lived through it, yeah.
to approach me and rap with me, I might not have gone to jail. You know what I'm saying? I might have stuck to this boxing. So if I can help one other guy to come down my route a bit early, oh man, come on.
You must find that pretty rewarding.
What?
Like working with the kids and steering them on the right path.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, small part of me feels like I owe it, innit? Because, yeah, when I used to do my thing, I was very influential, innit? You understand? So maybe, okay, possibly, I did influence quite a few people to go to prison and that, you know what I'm saying? During the
Right, yeah,
thing.
I kind of get what you mean then.
Yeah,
It's
so
kind of redemption.
kind of, innit?
And going back to the boxing itself, what's the future path for you? You won the Southern areas you revealed at the start. You've now vacated it. English title, British title.
Ask my coach. Whatever my coach Kev says, yeah, I'll go with it, innit? You know what I'm saying? Whatever my team says, shall I say, but I just get under the lights, man. Coach, he just, them, my team, they do all of that part there. And I just get it done, innit?
Some of your biggest fights so far, as an amateur and as a pro, you've kind of been written off or you've been the underdog. As more and more people get to know you, watch you on tape, see what you've achieved, that's going to change. You're going to start going into fights as a favourite. Does that bother you?
Man. Look, yeah, like, it's harder then. It's harder. It's so hard. Like, the better the more fights you win, the harder it gets. The more people believe in you, the harder it gets. It's like, yo, starts getting harder. Right now, it's kind of easy, innit? You know what I'm saying? People that,
Being
like,
written off is like a big motivating factor, isn't it? And
massive.
now, if that
It's not,
goes
do you know what
away,
it
it's
is?
a different pressure.
I'm not even. No, no, no. It is and it ain't. Like because in my area, yeah, I'm far from written off. In my area, people think I could probably fight Mayweather now, innit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they think. Oh, you think I'm joking? They're like, yeah, you could probably fight him. They're like, yeah, when you gonna fight Amir Khan in the area? Obviously, very optimistic. It's my friends, innit? You know what I'm saying? But like, so when I'm around my area, I do get that kind of love. Like, whereas, how can I say it? Like, not like I've made it at all, but I'm doing like they've recognized what I'm doing in my area. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I get a lot of praise in my area, innit? Which is why when you in my fight show, you see a lot of people step out. You know what I'm saying? But like how can I say it, man? But you see where now like a lot of people do doubt me on the thing. It don't give me motivation. It's like, well, it's been normal, innit? I've been kind of getting doubted in a lot of situations, innit? Not saying I've gone through it hard, innit? Because there's a lot of people that have gone through a lot worse hardship than me, innit? But I just feel like it's not new. Like, I've been in school. When I was in school, I was dieted. When I was in college, I was dieted. I've been on this team, I've been dieted. Like, I don't really care, innit?
You ever worry about losing? You've never lost, amateur or pro.
Oh, shit, it's a big fear, you know. It's a big fear. Like, it's a big fear. Because I don't, like, I can't handle L's, innit? And I take things personal, innit? Yeah. And I'm just like, what would I do, innit? I'm serious. I'm like, what would I do? And certain times, yeah, I will get myself into a state, yeah, thinking like, what if I lose? And the next thing you know, I wake up like 4 in the morning, I go to the gym, I go to the 24-hour gym, and I got to run, I have to do something, you know. And that's certain times where I'll be training like mad times, innit? And I don't know if that's a flaw, like, because certain times I'm like, I'm training too hard, it's not smart. But then I'm like, if I don't do this, I'm like, I feel like I haven't done enough. So my coach is always like, don't train today, innit? He's like, you have to rest today. And I'm like, all right, cool. But in my head, my rest is, let me go for a 3-mile jog or something.
Like you said, you're an impatient person as well. Sitting around the house knowing that you could be training must be a temptation.
Oh, trust me, man. It is.
That must be hard.
No, it's not. You know what it is like? It's not for me. Like, obviously, I get to go to my garden. I got a private gym that I can train at.
Okay,
you know,
that's good.
My missus here. Like, we're good. And then I'm not gonna lie, this lockdown, it's not really affecting me like that. I'm kind of good. Like, we're in a nice house. We've got a big area. All the shops are right next to me. Whatever, innit? Like,
you mentioned Kevin Lilly earlier, and kind of he guides the career and everything else. Why did you decide to go with him when you turned pro? What was it about him? Why do you two work?
no disrespect to any of the other coaches that I spoke to. Yeah, I'm just putting this out there, innit? Because I spoke to a lot of other coaches, innit? And all of them, I've done work with all of them, apart from Kevin, not the previous coach. I've done work with them, innit? And mad respect to all of them. All of them are bad, innit? I don't need to say their names, innit? But you see, when I went down to Essex, yeah, it's like for first thing it was, I needed to get out of my area, yeah. I didn't want to be around there no more. Due to not like be around there, I just didn't want to be always have the option like, oh yeah, people are seeing me and just in the mix, if you know what I mean. If you're there when you're like, I had a gym right on my doorstep, innit, that I could have gone to, but it's just like I'm still just here, nothing's changing. Like, I need to have a new page here where I can work harder, you know, no distractions or whatever. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So when I went to Essex, yeah, I went there, met Kev, and I as soon as I walked in the gym, I knew I was gonna come here, innit? The gym was out of the way. It was like 2 hours out of the way. It was like 2 hours from my house. I didn't even care. It was so far out of the way, and I was just like, I need to come here. I got on with Kev straight away. Me and him were cracking joke, innit? And that's a big thing for me because me and my amateur coach, Ben Young, we're like this, innit?
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to get on with this guy, innit? And me and Kev, we get on like a house on fire. Even like he's obviously my coach, but he's one of my bestest friends as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm real close to him. He's like family, innit? But when I went down there, him, Danny Dignam, there was Joe there. I got on with everyone straight away. And I knew I'd come down. I didn't care about the drive. Them times that I didn't even have a car, you know, I had a moped, innit?
Right.
Yeah, listen, I was coming all the way from Kingston down to Basildon on a moped. I was cutting through London. I was sort of doing motorway trips on it.
And you survived.
Yeah, I survived it. Ask him, and then it got to the winter, and they started pouring it down, innit? Oh yeah, that's why I didn't have a license. I was on a band, innit? I was on a band, and then no, I wasn't. Yeah, anyway, but then yeah, and then I got my license back, and then I started doing it again, and I was on the M25, and now my route only takes me 45 to 50 minutes now, innit?
That's not too bad.
But, oh yeah, we changed gym now. We're not in Fight Farm. We're in Newlands gym.
Okay. Is that
Newlands
better for you?
gym. Yeah, sick, man. For one, it's closer. Two, it's hot in there. Nothing against Fight Farm gym. Fight Farm was like that. We were original Fight Farms, innit? I love that gym, but you know what it was? It's cold in it, and sometimes when you're gonna spar, before like it's hard to warm up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It must help with making weight as well if it's a hotter gym. That sounds basic, but it does help.
So much more. I hate training in clothes and that. I'd rather just train in my shorts and my vest, you know, get on in it. But when you're in Fight Farm, you've got to have your old tracksuit on, you've got to have the little heaters on. But now in Newlands, like, you get in there, bow, it's boiling hot straight away. good.
Before we let you go, for people out there who want to know more about you, follow the journey from now on, how can they find you on social media?
Danny Darko on Instagram. Hey, do you want to say hello to the person that makes a lot of this happen quickly?
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, look, Swirly, come here. Come on. This is my missus, isn't it?
How you doing? All right.
Excuse me, I just woke up.
You just woke up. What time?
Yeah,
She's
she's
Been
lazy.
a late
compared to
night.
me. Yeah, but yeah, that's the one that makes it happen. That's the boss there. You got me. Keeps me in check and that. But yeah, Instagram Danny Darko, Twitter Danny Darko, Facebook Daniel Darko. That's it, man. Just Darko, innit? Just find me and yeah, tune in. Big shout out to all my sponsors, my coaches, Kevin, Charlesy, Brunty, Darcy, my teammates, Inda, George, Danny, Nav, Charlie.
It?
Yeah, that's it. No, forget them. Oh, MTK. Jesus.
Oh,
Christ.
yeah.
That was close, you know.
Ooh,
That was close.
yeah.
Shrek, Lee, and yeah.
Let's not forget Lee Eaton.
Come on, that's my guy there still. Him, Adam and Lee, they put me on still.
Yeah. All right, well, really appreciate it. It's been fascinating.
Yeah, man.
And hope to see you soon in person when all this is over.
Definitely, man. Tune in. I'll be fighting. Hopefully, when this all's done, I'll be fighting straight away. That's 50-50 fight, innit? So I'll keep you updated on that, innit?
Yeah. Well, in your area, it won't be a 50-50 fight. It'll be
Nah.
a 90-10 fight.
Well, exactly. It'll be a 70-30 or something. Take care, Dan, man.
And you, mate. I'll speak to you soon.
Bye.